Hello everyone, 大家好 and welcome to the very first episode of HSK 2, HSK 2 Masterclass Podcast by Hanyu Chinese School. I'm Melanie, your old friend, and I'm here with our old friend, Emmeline. How are you today, Emmeline?
Hi, Melanie. I'm doing fantastic. I'm so excited to kick off this new season with you all. So we are here to take your Chinese to the next level and practice grammar, useful vocabulary, and of course, some fun facts about Chinese cultures too.
Oh, absolutely. And today we're starting with a very handy structure, 因为 blah blah, 所以 blah blah. Perfect for expressing cause and effect.
Exactly. With this structure, you will be able to say things like, because I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. Because I love Chinese, I'm studying it. This is one of the most common structures that you will hear in the daily conversation.
And that's not all. For today's cultural segment, we'll dive into some real internet memes. Why Chinese people say they're eating dirt, 吃土, when they're broke, and what it means when someone says I don't want to go to work, 我不想上班.
So, if you ever seen emojis of sand, crying bears, or comments about eating dirt online, stay tuned. Today, we are going to talk about it all.
All right, let's get started with today's fictional dialogue.
Okay, so let's jump into a realistic dialogue. This time, Melanie and I are catching up in a cafe after some shopping. Ready, Melanie?
Ready, let's go.
Okay. 今天的购物真的太棒了，我买了很多衣服，而且很便宜。
真的吗？你花了多少钱？
可能1000块左右吧。
哇，这么多！
你怎么了？为什么你表情这么奇怪？
因为我买了太多东西，所以我现在吃土了。
吃土？你真的在吃土吗？
不是真的，在中国，吃土就是说没钱了。
啊，Okay, great.
Okay, so, oops, let's look at our grammar.
Okay, so let's break down to the grammar that we just heard.
And today we will focusing on how to talk about causes and effects clearly in Chinese by using 因为所以 and we will start with why.
So it means 为什么？为什么？ It means why, and it goes at the beginning of a question. So the structure is why, subject, verb, and then object. For example, 你为什么学习中文？ Why do you learn Chinese?
And there are some tips for advanced learners. So sometimes in carol speech, Chinese speakers drop the subject if it's obvious, like 为什么不来? So we can drop the subject 你 why not come?
Perfect.
So we got the second part, expressing cause and effect with 因为所以 we use because 因为 therefore 所以 to clearly show a reason and result. The structure is because plus reason plus therefore plus result. So we have an example from the dialogue. 因为我买了太多东西，所以我现在吃土了。Because I bought too many things, so now I'm broke.
And very another extra tip is that in a very casual speech, Chinese people sometimes drop out the 所以. But for exam and formal setting, we always uses it. So it's better to remember the whole structure.
Yes, very good point. Let's continue. So we got some challenge for you.
So now it's your turn. How would you say this in Chinese? I didn't go to the park because I was tired. Write your answer down in the comment section down below and we will check it.
So please take your time, review the examples we gave, and try to build your own sentence. We'd love to see your answers. Okay, so let's try to go back to the dialogue and review the grammar we have talked about.
So
Okay.
the dialogue we had today, I go first. So I said, 今天的购物真的太棒了，我买了很多衣服，而且很便宜。Today's shopping was amazing. I bought lots of clothes and they were really cheap.
Yeah, 真的吗？你花了多少钱？ Really? How much did you spend?
可能1000块左右吧。Maybe around 1,000 yen.
哇，这么多 Wow, that much!
你怎么了？ What's going wrong? 为什么你表情这么奇怪？ Why do you look so weird?
因为我买了太多东西，所以我现在吃土了。Because I bought too many things, so now I'm eating dirt. I'm broke.
吃土？你真的在吃土吗？ Eating dirt? Are you seriously eating dirt?
不是真的，在中国吃土就是说没钱了。So not really. In China, eating dirt means you're broke. So 我吃土 I'm broke. Okay, so do you remember what we have talked about? The grammars in this dialogue? Did you review what we have talked about?
So we used 因为所以 So if you remember it, you can write it in the question that we just gave you as well.
Yeah, have a try. And if you are enjoying this episode and finding it helpful, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us to keep creating content for you.
And if you want to boost your Chinese even more, visit our website, hanyuchinese.com. You can book a free trial class and explore all of our resources. We even have completed HSK 1 and HSK 2 courses ready just for you.
Yes, so have a try on our website. And let's continue. So we have talked about some Chinese slang like 吃土 and 不想上班. So this is the time for today's culture spotlight. And trust me, it's going to be really fun.
So today we are diving into two internet memes that everyone uses here in China. 吃土, which literally means eating dirt, and 不想上班 means don't want to go to work.
Yeah, so first let's start with 吃土. It sounds strange, right? Eating dirt. But in China, if someone says they're eating dirt, it simply means they've spent too much money and they are broke.
Mm-hmm. So exactly, it is like saying like I'm so broke, I can only eat dirt. You don't really get to like imagine that when you don't even have the money, you spend too much, and then you cannot afford food. So then, what do we do? We think about that in the park. There is a lot of plants. There's a lot of grass and dirt, and then they seems for free, right? And they looks pretty healthy. That's why we thought about we say it like this, like so you can go eat the dirt for free, then you will be full.
Yeah, you find whatever you can eat, right? yeah,
Exactly.
so Yeah, so there's a good example. If someone spends all their salary on shopping, they might post, "This month I'm eating dirt." 这个月我要吃土了.
That is really correct. And so this is, I would say this is like really something like we use really naturally. Even like my friends, they sometimes tell me like, oh, if you don't want to eat dirt, you can eat for example tree instead, or a plant. Like we have so many around us. Like, so that is a joke that we make once in a while. But you can even see people sending like little emojis about desert or plant, something like that, when they say that they're broke.
Yeah, so you can remember this very useful slang, 吃土, eating dirt, I'm broke. Okay, now let's on to the second meme, 不想上班. I don't want to go to work.
So every Monday, Chinese social media is full of people complaining about going back to work after the weekend. They send sticker with panda dogs or anything, any character crying and saying that 不想上班.
不想上班, don't want to go to work. So it's like the Chinese version of Monday blues, but even stronger. And it's very common to hear people say, 因为今天是星期一，所以我不想上班. Because today is Monday, I don't want to go to work.
So these kind of expressions shows how painful the Chinese people like can be online with playful and humorous. And so if you use them yourself, you will sound more natural and connect more with the Chinese culture.
Yes. Okay, everybody. So let's answer the question. So earlier we asked you, how would you say I didn't go to the park because I was tired in Chinese? The answer is
So the correct answer is 因为我很累，所以我没去公园。
mhm. So if you got it right, fantastic. Congratulations. And if not, no worries. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Exactly. So now it's your turn. We have another question for you. Write a sentence in the comments using 因为,所以 as in homework.
Yeah, for example, 因为今天太热，所以我喝了很多水. Because it's so hot today, I drank a lot of water. 因为,所以.
So we can't wait to see what you come up with. We will read all of your given feedback.
Yeah, so please leave us your comments. And so what did we learn for today?
Mhm. So today we learn how to express using the effect in Chinese with 为什么 why and 因为 blah 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 所以 blah blah blah.
And we also explore some of the funniest and most popular memes in modern Chinese culture, like 吃土 eat dirt, and 不想上班 don't want to go to work. And in the next episode, what we gonna learn, Emmeline?
We will learn how to say together in Chinese using the verb 一起, which is super, super useful, super, super basic. And explore even more practical Chinese for everyday life.
Yes, thank you, Emily. So if you're ready to take your Chinese to the next level, please also visit our website, hanyuchineseschool.com, and book a free trial class. And we're gonna see you next time.
再见。
再见 See you next time. 下次见。